Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Steve Wallace. I'm going to be your instructor for uh, online quantitative reasoning with uh, Math 997, the support class. The purpose of this video is to give you an orientation of the class and to let you know kind of what you're expected to do in the first week or so, and to help you navigate our course page. So here we are in our D2L course page, and of course it will look like this to you. And what you'll notice at the very beginning right here is there's announcements, and I will post at least one announcement every week to give you an idea of what you need to be working on that week, to let you know some upcoming due dates and things like that. So make sure you always read those. They will also be available in the discussion area. So if you go to discussions in the From Your Instructor message board, those topics will also be there. Okay, so you'll always have a record. The announcements may come and go, or they will disappear after a while, so you don't have a million of them in that first page, but a whole log of all of them will be in the discussions. Note that in this thing, it tells you all the items you have to do in the first several days of our class in order to not be counted as a no-show. So you have to take the entry quiz. It's the easy quiz, just, did you read the syllabus kind of thing. And you also need to click the ALEX link. So let me show you where that is. That's where most of your work's going to be. So if you go to ALEX and click right there, there's a bunch of other stuff here that'll help you. But if you click right there and sort of follow the instructions, you will be registered for ALEX. That is the most important thing. That's where most of your work is going to be. Once you get done with some orientation and registration stuff in ALEX, you'll also need to do what's called the initial knowledge check. This is a quiz or exam that is going to gauge what your initial knowledge base is over topics that are similar or exactly like the topics or objectives that you'll be learning throughout the semester. Lastly, you need to do what's called the system check quiz. In our class, we will have proctored exams. Every exam in ALEX will be proctored using a virtual reality proctor. That is, you're going to use a webcam and a microphone, like I'm doing, to take your test while you're being videoed, and lockdown browser with respondents monitoring are the services or apps that they will use. If you take the system check quiz, it'll go through all the stuff you have to do to set up your system. In other words, set it up so that you'll be ready for those proctored exams when they happen. You'll have to do this thing before you can do anything else in ALEX. Okay. Let me also let you know that the syllabus, this guy here, he is your academic success coach. If you have any questions about tutoring or just general questions about even mentoring, he is a good resource to have. He is basically in his office all the time. His office hours are ridiculous. My office hours are listed in the course syllabus. So if you go to syllabus ALEKS topics list. Note that this thing here tells you all of the objectives that or lessons, topics that you'll have to master in ALEKS as part of this class. Note that mastering a topic in ALEKS means you add it to your ALEKS Pi, and this will all become more obvious later. Here are my office hours. I am in my office on the Macon campus during these times, but I will also be available in Teams, so virtually. So you can, during that time, you can click on virtual office hours and click right here, and you'll go right to our Teams page, and you can chat with me right there, or we can have a video conference through Teams. Okay, some other things about the syllabus that I wanted to mention. So you will be graded on some things that are basically homework grade. Objectives in ALEKS, that is like homework. So in ALEKS, you will be learning the topics by sort of doing problems. If you get a question right during a knowledge check, that can add stuff to your objectives learned or into the ALEKS Pi. The ALEKS Pi being the percentage of the topics that you have mastered. Another way you can master a topic is by getting it right 3 times in a row in the quote-unquote learning mode in ALEKS. So note that you'll be spending a lot of time in ALEKS working, okay? That's where 20% of your grade. There are due dates for the intermediate objectives, and that grade will be what we get here in the objectives in ALEKS. Scheduled knowledge checks for each exam. Right before each exam, there will be a scheduled knowledge check that is separate from the knowledge checks that ALEKS will make you do automatically. So these ones here are like quizzes or the mini reviews or something like that. You will need to initiate those yourself, and I'll give you more information about that when it's closer to exam 1. The final Pi completion. So this is different than this one because you are allowed to work and get as many of those objectives or topics into your list of completed topics all throughout the semester. And that is regardless of the due dates. So here, this is what your scores will be for each objective or unit at their due date. Here, this is what you get overall. And of course, there are some exams. There will be 5 exams. They're all proctored in ALEKS. And they're just a subset of the topics that you'll be learning in learning mode or on a knowledge check. But there's also a final exam. The final exam will be optional. So if you take the final exam, it will replace your lowest test grade if it helps. Okay. And I already said about the no-show. So that's it for this syllabus. Now, this class is a little bit weird because it's also a oh wait, no, I wanted to show you the schedule. Okay, down at the bottom, there is a tentative course schedule. It tells you all the things that you need to be doing and the due dates for each thing. So the review topics in ALEKS would be due several days after we start. Then objective 1 or unit 1 would be due 5 days later. This is a second session class, so the class is fast. You will need to be working in ALEKS maybe more than it's suggested here in this syllabus to make sure you get everything done. Tests will be available during a testing period. You can take them at any time during those days. Okay. Same with the knowledge checks. You can take them anytime during those days and that time. There is also another place you can look that will give you the schedule. And if you go to Course Tools Calendar, this here I've listed sort of a suggested pacing. Here's when you should be working on these things, and that way, if you are staying up with that pace, you'll be ready for the tests when they come up. Okay. Now, this class is also linked with another class called Math 997. That is the support for Math 1001, or support for quantitative reasoning. There is a D2L class for that class as well. However, there will be nothing on it except for maybe some of the grades. Okay, I will be putting your grades for the 997 stuff in here, but then when you go to the grade book in here, you'll see I will average your 997 stuff, or put the grades in here as well to give you an idea of what your grade in that class is. But everything's in one place. You don't need to go anywhere else. Oh, the other thing is, if you are going to email me, use the D2L email app right here. Use that. All right, here's where the 997 stuff is. The syllabus for 997 is here. The requirements to do for attendance verification are the same ones that you're supposed to do for 1001, so there's nothing new there. As you can see, just complete the attendance verification for 1001. The grading in this class is very simple. There are participation or content quizzes, and that's worth most of your grade. There are also discussion assignments. Those are found in the Math 997 content. So discussions, there will be due dates for those. That's where you can find them. Quizzes are here as well, and the due dates are listed on the syllabus and are also in the course calendar. So here, for example, quizzes 2 and 3 and discussion 2 would be due on the 20th of October. Quiz 1 and discussion 1. They're simple, they're easy. The quizzes are based on some of the topics that you're learning in or objectives in ALEKS in 1001. But there's also a bunch of other resources here in the 10997 content area, student success and study skills resources. Plus, I encourage you to make appointments or call or email Mr. Rayleigh here, Devin, your academic success coach, if you need to. And I think that's where I'm going to stop here. Now, I will later maybe show you a little bit more about ALEKS, but your class hasn't started yet. So if I click on here, it'll say we don't have a class yet. But maybe I can show you what it looks like. No, I don't have access yet. Let's see. Maybe if I go in as a professor. Here's what it'll look like for you when you first start. Oh, and you will have instant access to Alex, but you will still have to pay for this resource after that drop ad period, that fee for the service. It's like a textbook, right? That will be applied to your Bursar account, and you'll have to pay it at some point during the semester. But here there's a tutorial. You'll just go through this stuff. I'm going to skip that. Skip this. Okay, that's great. We completed the tutorial. Then it'll say start your knowledge check. So one of the things that you'll see is they'll have a question. If you know how to do it, try to do it. Okay, getting stuff right in a knowledge check it is a good thing. It adds topics to your pie so that you don't have to redo them 3 times in a row in learning mode. However, if you have no idea how to do a problem, that's okay. You're just starting this class. You can click I don't know. Okay. It says here, even if you're not 100% sure about the answer, try it. Right? But if you have no idea, you can say I don't know. Okay. Don't do that with all of them, because then you'll start out with nothing. So like if you know how to do this problem, for instance, then you can put the answer, right? You know, if you don't have any idea, you say, I don't know, but otherwise say submit. Any knowledge check you try your best on. That's all it is, but it's just to do your best. Okay. And that's it. So once you've done that, depending on what you had done on the knowledge check, you may have topics added to your pie already. Once you add a topic to your pie, these wedges, they get colored in all the way. Eventually, you want them all colored in. Okay. And then now, start my path. That's how you get. That's learning mode. Okay. This says I need to do some review topics still. If I go to over here to assignments, this is where I would find the I haven't assigned it yet, I guess. But this is where you would find your assignments once they are once they're started. These haven't started yet, but including the one that you have to do called the system check quiz. So you'll need to do all that stuff in the first day. And that is where I'll stop. So let me know if you have any questions. Send me email in D2L if you do. Bye.